बात कह भी नहीं पाते। तो इस पर तैयार यदि हो तो हम जो अभी ग्रुप बना हुआ है कॉन्फ्रेंस का, उसी में हम आप सबकी सहमति, जो भी जुड़ना चाहे, जो जुड़ना चाहे उनको हम ले लेंगे। हम ऐसा करेंगे कि एक महीने में एक कोई बहुत प्रख्यात जो हमारे ज्योतिषीगण हैं, और दूसरे महीने में आप में से जो कोई जुड़ना चाहता है, बोलना चाहता है, ऐसा हम कर सकते हैं। यदि आप सबकी सहमति हो तो मैं इस सत्र को प्रारंभ करने के लिए आदरणीय डॉक्टर निशा शर्मा मैडम को मैं आमंत्रित करता हूँ। हमारे जो इस पूरे एस्ट्रोवर्स जो समूह में जो बहुत लोग काम कर रहे हैं, यहाँ अनुपम शुक्ला जी हैं, राव साहब अभी कहीं थे, प्रतीश जी बैठे हैं, डॉक्टर निशा शर्मा हमारे संस्था की सेक्रेटरी हैं और बहुत अच्छी प्रकट ज्योतिषी खुद है। आई
थैंक यू सो मच सर इस वंडरफुल परिचय के लिए। जी
हेलो,
सुप्रभात। आज पुनः इस सत्र में आप सभी का आदर अभिनंदन करती हूँ। कल का दिन बहुत ही आनंदमय रहा, बहुत सारा ज्ञान हमको मिला, दूर दूर से आए, इतने अच्छे उच्च स्तर के ज्योतिषियों से हमको सीखने को मिला। आज भी हमारी ये कोशिश रहेगी कि जो बहुत अनुभवी, जिनके पास बहुत लंबा अनुभव है ज्ञान के साथ साथ, उनको हम अधिक से अधिक सुने और अधिक से अधिक हम उनसे ज्ञान प्राप्त कर सकें। तो हम पहला सत्र प्रारंभ करते हैं। ज्योतिष को हम पाराशरी ज्योतिष के नाम से जानते हैं और उसी को हम करते आ रहे हैं। समय के साथ साथ ज्योतिष में परिवर्तन होते ही रहे, क्योंकि परिवर्तन तो प्रकृति का नियम है। और ज्योतिष पहले तो वेदों का एक मुख्य अंग था और उसको जिस तरह से उपयोग किया जाता था कि रिचुअल्स का समय निकालना, यज्ञ आदि का सही समय निकालना, जिससे कि परिणाम सही मिल सकें, और धीरे धीरे ये जनजीवन के लिए बहुत उपयोगी होता चला गया। अब उसमें फलित पर आधारित रिसर्च भी होते गए। पहले महर्षि पाराशर जी ने जो भी हमको ज्ञान दिया, उसमें महर्षि जैमिनी जी जो वेद व्यास के शिष्य थे, उन्होंने इस पर काम किया, काफ़ी काम किया। लेकिन जैमिनी ज्योतिष जो है वो पाराशरी ज्योतिष से अलग नहीं है। बस पाराशरी ज्योतिष में जो भी सूत्र हैं वो श्लोकों के रूप में है, जो कि याद रखना आसान होता है। कविता के फॉर्म में कोई चीज़ चलती है तो रिसाइट करते हुए। और जैमिनी ज्योतिष में जो थे वो सूत्र थे, तो उनको याद रखने में थोड़ी दिक्कत रही, तो वो उतनी कम प्रिवलेंट हुई, लेकिन बहुत अच्छी थी। उसके बाद 6ठी शताब्दी में वराह मिहिर जी ने भी काफ़ी इस पर काम किया, और जो कुछ विलुप्त हो गया था उन्होंने कुछ अपनी संहिता और अपने ग्रंथों के माध्यम से इस ज्ञान को एक सूत्र में पिरोया। उसी तारतम्य में कृष्णमूर्ति जी, उन्होंने अपनी एक स्टेलर थ्योरी दी, और वो थ्योरी काफ़ी प्रचलित है और फलित ज्योतिष में काफ़ी अच्छी मानी जाती है। लेकिन कृष्णमूर्ति पद्धति पाराशरी ज्योतिष से अलग नहीं है, आइसोलेटेड नहीं है। पाराशरी ज्योतिष अगर बहुत अच्छी तरह से उसके सूत्र हमको आते हैं तो ही कृष्णमूर्ति पद्धति पर आगे बढ़ा जा सकता है। कई लोगों के मन में ये भ्रांति है कि केपी एस्ट्रोलॉजी सिस्टम एकदम अलग है। बिल्कुल भी अलग नहीं है। वो पाराशरी ज्योतिष का ही एक तरह से अंग है, जिसको फलित ज्योतिष में उपयोग किया जाता है। बाद में कस्पल इंटरलिंक सिस्टम भी चला, और भी बहुत सारे सिस्टम प्रिविलेंट हैं, जिसको जो उचित लगा अपने अनुभव और अभ्यास के आधार पर। तो अभी ये वाला जो सत्र हम रख रहे हैं, ये कृष्णमूर्ति पद्धति या नक्षत्रों पर आधारित जो भी जिसका ज्ञान या अनुभव है, ये केवल उसके लिए डेडिकेटेड है ये वाला सत्र। विषय नक्षत्र ज्योतिष के नवीन अनुसंधान व आयाम, कृष्णमूर्ति पद्धति, और बाकी जो भी स्टेलर थ्योरी जिस तरह की भी हैं वो सभी के लिए है। इसमें शेयर करेंगे श्री अजय गुप्ता जी। अजय गुप्ता जी, अजय अनंत चरण दास जी, अजय अनंत चरण दास जी नहीं है? पर सर अभी तो 10:06 हुआ है, 10:30 तक तो कोई बात नहीं। श्री विजयानंद पाटिल जी कृपया मंच पर विराजमान हो। श्री अर्जुन पाई जी, जिन्होंने नक्षत्रों पर काफ़ी काम किया है, अभी श्री ऋषि शुक्ला सर ने उनके बारे में बताया, वो भी हमारे साथ ऑनलाइन जुड़े हुए हैं, उनको हम सुनेंगे थोड़ी देर में। श्री आनंद वरदानी जी, श्री गौतम गुरु जी, श्री ओम प्रकाश शर्मा जी झालावाड़ राजस्थान से, श्री हरिमोहन गुप्ता जी, जो भी सदस्य उपस्थित हैं कृपया मंच पर विराजमान हो। हेमचंद्र पांडे जी सर से निवेदन करूंगी कि जब तक अजय गुप्ता सर नहीं आते हैं तो कृपया सत्र की अध्यक्षता करें। डॉक्टर हेमचंद्र पांडे जी, वो भी इस सभागार से बाहर आ गए हैं। आइए आइए सर। अमेरिका से हमारे साथ अर्जुन पाई जी कनेक्टेड हैं, तो सबसे पहले मैं आग्रह करना चाहूँगी कि आप सब भी ध्यान से सुने, उनका अपना काफ़ी लंबा शोध है नक्षत्रों पर। शुरू करिए। अर्जुन पाई जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है, कृपया आप अपना उद्बोधन प्रारंभ करें।
And thank you very much for having me here. Can everybody hear me okay? Is everybody able to hear me? Because I'm okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, if everybody can hear me, so I am very honored to be here, to be invited to speak at the first Maharishi Parashari conference, International Jyotish Conference. Now, I'm grateful to all the conference organizers and also the attendees to give me an opportunity to speak today. Because whenever I speak about nakshatras, sense of time. So today I've been given a specific time and I have to speak for 20 minutes. But let's get started. Let me tell you something about today. I'm going to talk, the topic is about resurgence of nakshatras, and the topic is new emerging techniques. Now, whenever I started studying about nakshatras, and I'm so fascinated with this that today I'm going to talk a little bit very much different from what you have heard about nakshatras on various forums. I've never introduced this topic before. This is something I want to talk about, what and how nakshatras are connected to our past, our present, and your future. So the word nakshatra means na charati, na sharati, ati nakshatrati, which means they don't move, nor do they deviate. They do not get destroyed, and their greatness never diminishes. That is what it means, that they are indestructible. And they are almost permanent, because they have said they will never be destroyed as per our scriptures. Now, what are these nakshatras? Nakshatras are cosmic energy portals, cosmic energy centers, and the way I have been given to understand about nakshatras is nakshatras are which is holding the seeds of our karmas. All our past karmas, present karmas, and our future karmas, everything is stored in the nakshatras. So nakshatras become very primordial to understand our evolution as well. So the grahas are like the farmer which plows the field of the cosmic consciousness, which is the nakshatras. And whatever seeds which will come up with the plowing, and they are ready for germination. So nakshatras are as the source from where we get results which are going to come out. So today I'm going to speak a little bit deviating. Let's go to understanding some few nakshatras and also looking at what they signify. The first nakshatra, which usually the oldest system starts with Kritika nakshatra being the primordial nakshatra, from where even Atharva Veda says everything starts from Kritika. It makes sense because it is ruled by the Devata, which is Agni Devata. And Yama, which is Bharani nakshatra, becomes the last nakshatra as per. But if you really understand the nakshatra which begins from Ashwini nakshatra, Ashwini is the masculine energy, and we can say it is the kinetic energy which is there. The kinetic energy also we say, and that is the primordial Shiva. Bharani nakshatra is associated with Shakti, and it is the inverted triangle that you see, which is connected to the vulva or the female reproductive organ. That is the Shakti. So the upward facing triangle is Shiva, and the downward facing triangle is Shakti. So downward facing triangle is the potential energy, which is the manifested energy. The unmanifested energy is the creative potential of Ashwini, which is the upward facing triangle. When we have the upward facing triangle kind of unified with the downward facing triangle, you will see the union is Kritika nakshatra, which is Kartikeya, the 6-pointed star that emerges from that. So if you say Ashwini is the electrical field of influence, then Bharani would be the Parvati or Uma Devi Parivar. Now this picture is very, very significant if you understand there is a yogic secret which is code which is inside this. And this is how we will try to decipher the nakshatras today. If you see the right side, you see Shiva, and on his right lap you see Kartikeya is sitting. On the left you see Parvati Devi, Uma Devi, she's sitting. On her left lap you see it is Ganesha. So this, if you unify, it is the Ardhanarishwara. So the right half of the body is the masculine Shiva, and his right nostril is connected to the Pingala Nadi, the solar currents of the body. The left half is the Uma Devi, Parvati, she represents the Ida Nadi, which is the lunar currents of the body. We know the significance of this picture has so many deeper meanings that Ganeshji was formed from the dirt and the skin of Uma Devi. So that means he's a lunar principle. And there is a fireball which emerged from the unification of Shiva and Parvati that becomes Kartikeya. So he's the solar principle. Now, if you really look at this image, there is so much of deeper meaning that you will see that the mount or the vehicle of Shiva is Nandi, the bull. And the vehicle of Uma Devi is lion. Now, if I say to the bull that you are the husband, and if I tell to the lion you are the wife, do you think they will be compatible? In nature, they will not be compatible. Similarly, Shiva has a serpent around his neck. And his son, Ganeshji, his Vahan is Mushaka, which is the rat or the mice. If I say to the serpent that you are the father, and if I tell to the rat you are the son, will they be compatible in natural setup? No, they will not be. Similarly, his other son is Kartikeya. His mount is the peacock. The peacock usually grips the serpent in its feet. If I tell to the serpent you are the father, and if I tell to the peacock you are the son, will they be compatible with each other? They'll not be compatible with each other. But because they all understand that we all have a different purpose, their mount is, and still they live together as one parivar, one family, one earth, one family. This is the motto of the G20 summit that is happening in New Delhi at the moment. So this is your one family. This is your one earth, which means we all have differences. Husband and wife, father and sons, father and children. But understanding the greater secrets of this is more important. So Ganeshji is the doorkeeper because he was asked to stand outside the door so that Parvati Mata, when she is inside taking a shower, nobody comes in and disturbs her. So basically, he's the doorkeeper. In the yogic tradition, what it means is he is ruling the Muladhara Chakra. Okay? And the coiled serpent, which is sitting at the base of the spine, is Uma Devi. So, whatever we see is this principle, what we are seeing here is yin and yang. The yin is the feminine and the yang is the masculine. The yin is the lunar currents and the yang is the solar currents. So basically, if you see the rat, which is the mount of Ganeshji, it goes inside the earth and it sits inside the burrows, and it only surfaces up when it has to look for food. So that means there is a very strong connection with the earth element. Muladhara Chakra is connected to the earth element. And that is why the mouse is the earth element. And who is Kartikeya? Kartikeya is the peacock who can fly. So he is the Akash Tattva. So amongst the Panchama Bhutas, Mata Parvati, she is the Jala Tattva. Shiva, he is the holder of two tattvas, which is the Agni Tattva and the Vayu Tattva, but he has given the Agni Tattva to Agni and Surya. So basically what I'm saying is, in the yogic parlance, the dormant serpent which is sitting there is the Shakti, which is Parvati. The one which wants to fly towards with the peacock is Kartikeya. And who is standing at the base, who gives you the permission to enter, is Ganeshji. How many of us know that Shiva Parvati also has a daughter who is before Ganeshji and Kartikeya? There are very few mentions about her. Her name is Ashoka Sundari. Ashoka Sundari is whenever Parvati was feeling very lonely and depressed because of her husband is a Adi Yogi, is perpetually all time into sadhana and dhyan. So she was feeling lonely. So she was sitting under a Ashoka tree. She created a friend for herself. She's called as Ashoka. Ashoka means, Shoka means sorrow, grief. Ashoka means which removes the grief. So she was created to remove her grief. So that means the first creation that happened on the earth is the trees. Ashoka Sundari came from the tree. So if you put all of this information together, you will know that the nakshatras are essentially holding the information of this earth much, much before even we were here. Life came here. Life came because of that. Because of how every temple you go in India, there is, come to the south, you will see there is a Sthala Vriksha. Sthala Vriksha means every temple has a Vriksha, which is a tree which is associated, or a plant which is associated with that temple. When we pray to that tree, it could be even a Ashwatha, which means a people tree. When we pray to that tree, we are getting the energies of the deity who's sitting in. So whatever we are, Sthala Vrikshas in the esoteric information is associated with our past. What is associated with your present in the nakshatra scheme of things? See, every nakshatra is associated with a tree. And that tree, when we do, we water that tree, we manure that tree, we can take care of that tree, we can sit under that tree, we can meditate under that tree, we can do our, chants under that tree. Whatever fears, phobias. See, I remember one interview that I heard about, Shri Ken Rao Saab. He mentioned there are only 3 reasons why somebody goes to see an astrologer. He said it's the fears and the phobias of your past. It's the curiosity or the anxiety of the present, and the uncertainty and the curiosity of the future. These are the only 3 reasons why you want to go to an astrologer. The phobias of your past, which haunts you, your past experiences. It's your anxiety of the present. Oh, I've given an interview. Will I get this job or no? Or it is the curiosity and the anticipation of what is going to happen in the future. So when we come into the nakshatras, so everything about your past is associated with the sthala vrikshas, which is the nakshatra vrikshas. Everything that you want to deal with the present, which is Lord Ganapati, is the source of it. And you can do it through what is called as the nakshatra yonis. Because there is a passive and the active side of a nakshatra yonis. So the last thing is the future element. What do you do about the future? See, whenever life form leaves, we do not know how the soul leaves the body. So the artists usually describe this as a bird which is flying and going. And in the scheme of things, nakshatras are also having a nakshatra pakshi, which means there is a bird which is associated, which shows you what is happening in the future. So you can invoke these energies of the nakshatras to connect with this understanding of the nakshatras, what is there. Let me quickly share with you. Now this was, I had to share this thing with you. This is from a temple, which is a cave temple. And you can see here, this is more than 600, 700 years old. It is in Thothukudi, which is called as Tuticorin in the past. So this, I'm not from Tamil origin. It's, Kaduga Chala Murti. Kaduga Chala means it is a vulture mountain, and that is a temple here. Inside, you can see the top of this temple. You can see a beautiful design. It to see the Navagrahas, and then the exterior you will see this are the 12 zodiac signs, and then we have the animals which have been given here. It's the 27 nakshatra animals have been given here in this. Okay, now I just wanted to add this angle to today's discussion. Is there is a nakshatra vriksha, which I said is connected to, then it is best to go and worship the nakshatra vriksha. Yoni, which is the nakshatra animal which is connected to it. So you can draw the nakshatra animal, you can paint them, you can provide care for them. Like there are caregiving centers, there are animal shelters. So give donations to these people, or you can also give it as a donation to a sanstha, which is like Save the Tiger, Save the Elephant. Any of these themes, wherever you can do based on your nakshatra, you will be dealing with the present. And what about your future? Your future is always connected to nakshatra pakshi. The same thing, feeding the pakshi, or having a painting or a mural or a statue of this pakshi will definitely have an influence on the future aspects of this, because whatever seeds you are holding is in the nakshatras. Now I've given you two sets. One is from Kumara Swamian, which is a Tamil literature, which is said to be narrated by Kumara, which is Subramanya. And it was, this instruction was taken by the Siddharths. So you can see, and then some other sources I've also given, I've collated this information from. So you can see some of the commonalities, like for example, Bharani Nakshatra is connected to Kaka, which is a crow. And Kritika Nakshatra obviously is connected to Mayura, or the peacock. So there are some commonalities, and sometimes you might see slight variations in this information which has been given. So this sort of information, if you understand about the nakshatras, you would definitely be, going way further in understanding their energies. Okay, so I have collated this information, and for all the 27 nakshatras, we're not taking Abhijit nakshatra into this, but this was a very short presentation. I'm cautious of the time that was given to me, and I'm grateful to all of you for this opportunity given to me. So thank you, dear hosts, for this wonderful session that was given to me.
Thank you, Mr. Arjun Pai. We know that we have to, I think, take your session for a very longer duration, and yesterday we spoke about that you came with very short notice, about 20 minutes, but we are sure that we are going to have on our longer sessions, and we know that your endeavors for the lunar mentions, nakshatra especially, and we are following you since many years. So again, thanking you for coming in with very short notice for a very short duration of time. Thank you very much.
Namaskar. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू अनुपम जी। हमारे साथ श्री अजय गुप्ता जी आ गए हैं मंच पर, जो इस सत्र की अध्यक्षता कर रहे हैं। इस सत्र के बारे में अपने विचारों को एकत्रित करेंगे। तब तक मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ कीनोट स्पीकर श्री विजयानंद पाटिल जी। कृपया अपने